Okay, so in the 1920s, this guy creates the Milky Way bar. Ten years later, his son goes to England, he rents a factory, he's got himself a factory, he steals the Milky Way recipe from his dad and creates a new chocolate bar, virtually the same thing, but renames it the Mars bar. Okay. Year goes all the way to the year 2000. They discontinue the Mars bar in the US. They turn that chocolate bar into something called the Snickers almond bar. Now, the Milky Way and the Mars bar are all owned by the same company, and they discontinue Mars. But they're selling Mars bars in the entire planet. The whole world's got Mars bars, but those Mars bars are the same as the Milky Way bar in the States. So in the US, the Milky Way bar is the Mars bar that everybody else is eating, but it's just under another name. Basically, maybe there's some small changes. So that's kind of how Mars is happening. Now, another thing that I've read is that over time, to save money, they've slowly made the bar smaller and increased the price. And the chocolate, the layer of chocolate on top, has actually gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. And this kind of makes sense to me because when I was a kid, I felt like chocolate bars tasted a lot better. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like chocolate bars? I don't know if it was just me and I was a kid and I had kid taste buds and chocolate tasted better. But I feel like chocolate is not as good as it used to be. I feel like the chocolate bars aren't as good as they used to be. What do you think? I want to know. I actually want to know. Leave a comment below. I would like to know. Do you think the chocolate bars tasted better before than they do now? Because I certainly feel like they're not as good as they once were. Anyways, today I am trying a knockoff of a knockoff. Because Mars was stolen from Milky Way and it made this big name for itself. But there's another knockoff that I found at a Dollarama, and it is called Meteor. And it's pretty much the exact same bar, and it starts with an M, and it's space related. The name is like outer space related. And I want to know which one's better of the two. Okay, so here it is. You can see it. Complete ripoff. Even where they positioned the name and the bar, look, it's the exact same. It's unbelievable. And now this one was 2 for $1, and this one was maybe like $1.25. Okay, now this one, I don't know if you could see that. That was made in Bolton, Ontario, the Mars bar. And now the ripoff was made in Turkey. Okay, now that's the Mars bar. That's the Meteor bar. So you can see in the bottom of this one, it's nice and smooth. This one's got some things going on there. Interesting. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to spin this around. And I'm gonna see which one's better. Okay. Okay. Okay, and now this one. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm going to have to say that I like this one more. For some reason, I like this one more. There's something going on with this one. Okay. And so this is the Meteor one. Huh. You know, this one surprisingly is like a exact clone almost. It's super similar. The Mars bar is a little bit better. I'm not impressed with Mars right now because there's a competitor that's selling their bar for half the price and it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, you know what? If you're really not picky, I would go with this one because it's cheaper. This is pretty much the same thing. Like, yeah, this one is better. It's a little bit sweeter too. But I almost like this one because it's less sweet. Some of these things are just so sweet. They're too sweet. This one's almost like a little bit more underwhelming. And I kind of like that in a way too. I am going to say that the Mars is better, but just by a little bit. I'm pretty surprised by this. Guys, if you have any ideas of other versus videos I could do, let me know. Leave a comment. I would love to have some ideas because it's hard to come up with ideas sometimes.